Hello, friends. It is Tuesday, May 30th at roughly 8:11 p.m. 80 degrees, wind out of the southwest, 9 miles per hour. And we got storms to our west. And I really hope they don't creep any closer. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough run back.
Yeah.
Two guys on a run. With me, as always, Brad O'Connell.
Howdy.
We're here. We're walking.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while. But we are here just in time for get this out of the way. And Brad's going to be off on vacation.
Yeah.
Lucky guy.
Oh, lucky.
Well,
I mean,
vacation
it'll be
is
fun.
vacation.
It'll be fun. That's the main thing.
Okay. I do have some breaking news. That's when you go.
Yeah, no kidding.
Friend of the program, John Mowinkle, texted me today. And first of all, he had another question, whatever.
Yep.
But then it got to, he was saying how he was getting caught up in the podcast world, and he's an avid listener. Two guys on a walk, and one, he said he would love to join us as an interview sometime.
Nice.
So I think that would be kind of fun.
That would be fun.
And he also said that if the Falcons don't, make a deep run in the playoffs, I could be his color commentator on the radio. And I thought that would be.
That is breaking.
He seemed fairly energetic about it via text.
Yep.
So I think all of a sudden the contract negotiations got fairly intense. So I'm gonna have to talk to my agent, aka my wife, if the time comes, when the time comes, if the time comes, and we'll see if we can make that happen. So
nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So anyway, here we are. It's been a little bit since we've had a pod, so time has flown by. Brad, what have you been up to?
Well, we've had a birthday.
Yep.
Haley turned 3 Saturday.
Okay.
Well, no, Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay. So we had that.
Yep.
We have now joined the golf cart club of Parkersburg.
I tell you what, I think per capita in this nation, Parkersburg has got to have the most.
Now, got it at Casey Power Sports.
Yep.
In Grundy.
So we got ours.
Great guys to work with.
Yep.
Got it home, cruised around less than 24 hours, and we had a gas leak.
Oh
yeah.
Shoot.
So, kind of somewhat debunked it.
Yeah.
Still kind of drove it around, but didn't travel a whole lot farther with it, just in case, because it didn't seem to be running right either. And then come to find out, somehow, miraculously, no one's real sure how, but I ran over a T, and it perfectly punctured the tire, our front tire.
Jeez.
So, called over there. They came and picked it up today. Yeah, get it all fixed up and run it well for us and bring it back.
They seem like pretty good people.
Yeah.
That we had to deal with them.
Yeah.
The amount of golf carts in this town is just astounding.
Oh, it is.
Just astounding, which is good. It's fun. It makes sense.
It does.
It makes all the sense in the world to have a
absolutely.
golf cart here.
Yeah. Well, I just look at it from our standpoint, where we live, it's so easy to jump on that, drive across town. It takes the same amount of time whether I buckle them in, drive across, it just makes sense.
Yep.
Complete sense.
And just, you don't have to use much gas.
No.
That's the best part.
Yes.
Pretty sure we went all summer last year and filled up twice the whole time.
Yeah. I'm excited for that.
That's big time.
Especially when you're driving from your house to the school or wherever. Those are hard miles for a vehicle. Where on a golf cart, that's kind of what it's designed to do.
Right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a big purchase.
It is. I mean, and this all came about because we met with our financial advisor.
Okay.
He gave Jamie the okay that we could do that, even though I've been saying this for a solid.
You had somebody else tell you that it was okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, like,
Good for you guys. That sounds very responsible of you.
I'm very glad we have a financial advisor.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
people
I'm
will be
sure.
like, well, it sounds stupid. Like, why do you have somebody else telling you what to do with your money? No, he advises. Like, he suggests, like, hey, from what I see, from what you guys have, yes, you can do this if you want to. And then we make the decision.
Reassurance.
Yeah. So that is nice. And then setting us up for the future and retirement and all that, like, they've all been a part of that. And I would highly recommend anybody to do it,
Okay.
especially young. Start young.
Yeah, but we don't think about that as young
No,
people.
we don't.
Just like we don't really think about retirement
Right.
until I did the other day. Then I did the math. Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah. A short 20 years from now?
No, I'm down to 17. I
Wow.
think. Yep.
I should look into it. I gotta be about the same. We started teaching at the same
You
time.
probably have to have a couple more, I think, because you're younger than me. It's the rule of 88, man.
It's true.
Come on.
I'm curious because I worked for my school during the summer
Okay.
and for my hometown during the summer and winter, and I paid in diapers then.
Well, then you would think
So does that count, even though it was part-time?
you were asking the wrong guy, because I did the same. I subbed for 3 years, and I'm between subbing and coaching. I was paying in diapers,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Because I literally started paying him when I was like 16.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe retirement is around the corner.
So,
Wow. It's pretty awesome.
yeah.
All right.
What
Well,
about you? What's been going on in the Pollock household?
You know, really similar. Started off, we had state track. Seems like forever ago, but it was, about forever ago.
It seems like it.
Yep. Grad parties galore, but we've already talked about
Yeah.
that. We had a birthday yesterday on Memorial Day. Ivy turned 7, which is crazy. We have another birthday coming up on Saturday. Austin turns 4. So we got little guy Emmett got tubes in his ears
Ooh.
last Friday. And so, things have been very eventful. Plus, today was the first day of summer vacation officially,
Right. Yep.
for us. And obviously, if you are wondering where to find us this summer, you can find us at the pool. We went today. We will be there as many days as possible. Just because it's cheap entertainment. So that's what we're going to be. But we start workouts tomorrow morning for our high school athletes. So bright and early. First group is at 5:45. Everybody will get done at about 9:15, and it's it is summer and it's supposed to be laid back, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's unfortunately it's going to go really fast, but
It
we're
always does.
yeah, everything's going a lot faster now for some reason. So, but we'll get there. So that's kind of where our life has been. So enjoying the beautiful weather. It's been crazy.
Yeah, we could use some rain, though.
I think we need some rain.
It's way dry. Our front yard, it's almost dead.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So the football field is dry.
Yep.
But the difference with a football field is you want to have some dry periods because the roots go deeper,
Right.
searching for water. So with a football field that tends to get torn up a lot, you need to have these periods. And so I want rain. I really want rain. However, it's not the end of the world as long as we get rain soon. So
We just don't need it in 20 minutes. That's my fear.
yeah.
Like, it'd be nice to have an inch rain over a day or two, not an inch in 20 minutes,
Well,
and then that's it.
I don't know if you've seen what's happening west of us right now.
Yeah.
The front is just sitting
I know.
in the same areas and really just kind of dissipating before it gets to us. So it's either not going to hit us, or when it does, it's going to just pour.
All I know is I spent most of the day today cleaning my truck inside and out, so it's guaranteed it'll rain at some point. It will rain.
Yeah, always happens.
Yep.
All right. So we got a little debate going on today. Next topic. As I mentioned earlier, just got done with state track, and
record-setting state track.
The weather was unbelievable. The amount of fans that were there, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen it packed all 3 days, basically from start to finish. They did set a 3-day attendance record.
Well, then every day they set an attendance
Every
record?
day was a daily attendance record. So, needless to say, the people were out and about. And I tell you what, I don't know if it was just the weather or just the caliber of athletes that we have in the state of Iowa right now. So many records broken.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, every session had at least 5 records broken. Whether it was, an all-time state record or just that state meet for that class state record. I mean, just in our, we participated in the shuttle hurdle, and in the final of that, the first and second place team both beat the Class 2A state meet record in that.
It's crazy.
Top 2. So,
well, I watched one. I can't remember what it was, but the second heat broke the state record, and then the third heat broke that. It was just crazy.
Yeah. How cool would that be to have the state record for, I don't know, like 5
minute and a half?
Just a little bit. But, so anyway, I think we got the debate going on. So we kind of talked, what is the best Iowa high school state event, we'll say. I mean, you've experienced, as a coach, state basketball.
Yep. State football.
State football, state track. I have never been to state wrestling.
I haven't either.
I just know back in the day at the vet,
Yeah.
they'd always talked like it was unbelievable.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if that has gone down a little bit or what,
Right.
but they always bring in huge crowds.
Yep.
State baseball, I've been to once. So I'm going to say right now that just didn't do it for me. And I love baseball. But having small town teams go to a pretty big stadium like it was, just doesn't do it.
I wonder if it's better now, but I still don't think it's great.
Yeah.
Because you got the small schools all playing in Carroll,
I forgot about that.
and all the big schools playing in Iowa City.
Yeah. I don't know. It makes a lot more sense to not be in a huge stadium.
I totally agree with that.
And
totally
going on
agree.
top of that, I would argue against state basketball because that same thing.
Yes.
I think Wells Fargo Arena is it's too big.
Yep.
It's just not great because I mean most of the schools you're bringing in how many people,
Well, sadly, the best basketball game all year is the sub-state game.
Yep, I agree with you.
Because the gym's gonna be packed. Fan bases are right on top. It's in a gymnasium designed to play basketball or volleyball or whatever in. Best atmosphere all year.
Yep. Definitely. No, a lot of things have changed in 21 years or whatever. Sorry, state tennis. You're not going to make a top 3 here.
No.
Been there and played that.
And I would argue that, let's take basketball. The girls is better than the boys.
Please explain.
When you look at the girls, it's all about the Iowa girl.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, I don't know,
There's much better
showmanship,
marketing. Yeah.
if you want to call it that.
There's much better, I would say, marketing just for the Iowa girl.
Yes.
And they continue to do that at state track.
Yeah.
I saw it at state tennis. So I'm sure it's everywhere.
But you look at, girls basketball, it's all on YouTube. You can go and watch all the games for free.
It's easy.
Easy. And access all the way across the state. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
Where the boys, you kind of have to have this or that or whatever to find the games to watch them.
Yep.
It's not streamed like
It is a nightmare.
perfectly well. So
I agree 100%.
to me, like, you have to almost separate those two. I totally agree Wells Fargo needs to go away. Like, we need a different venue.
Got to do something smaller.
Yes.
Even if it's a place that it's like 7,000 people, you know?
Right.
Like, can you imagine what the atmosphere would be like in like the McLeod Center?
Oh, be awesome.
Or the Knapp Center?
I would say the Knapp Center.
Because that would make a lot of sense.
Yes. Well, even if you, like, I would say one of the Waukee gyms probably fits that mold.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't have Waukee playing a championship game in their own gym.
No. Be a lot tougher, yeah.
But still.
Never been to state soccer. I don't know.
We drove by it last year.
Did you?
Yep.
Decent setup?
Yeah,
Like,
not bad.
okay. Can't really say.
Not saying that I would, go down there and watch.
No. Well, if we made it.
If we made it, yes.
Heck yeah. Okay. How about, have you ever been to state softball?
I've not. I've watched it on TV, though.
Yep.
That does seem...
I think the atmosphere is pretty cool. Cool.
Yeah. And you pick up on that just from YouTube.
Yeah.
Watching it.
So that would be, I think that would be a pretty fun.
Yep. I'd agree with that.
Atmosphere. Okay. So, in your mind, I need top 3, and then I will rebut.
Whatever it is.
Yep.
I'd have to say State Track's number 1, and I've never even been there. Okay.
So then why would you say that?
Just from what I see, like, how do you get that many people to stay at one event the whole time? Now, I get, at the same time, you have multiple schools performing at...
You have 1 million kids, basically.
Yeah. So I do understand that part of it. Like in basketball, you're there for your team, and then you leave. You're not staying to watch the day's games.
Yeah.
Because your team's done. So I get
True.
that.
Yep.
So I would. It's State Track. Like, I feel like just watching it on YouTube, everybody cheers for the runners. It doesn't matter who's competing.
Right.
And that's
they
cool
cheer
to
for
see.
great performances.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, you get a 3,000 runner out there that's going to go crush the state record. Like, the whole crowd is standing the last lap trying to cheer them on.
Right.
I mean, and you get chills as they're running by.
Right.
You. It's really neat like that.
So State Track, I would say, is 1.
Yep.
I totally forgot softball until you said that. That has to crack it somewhere, but I've never been there, so I can't judge that.
That's fair.
Probably have to go girls basketball 2.
Okay.
Football 3. Because I've been a part of that.
Yep.
Just as security working it.
Yep.
Phenomenal. Boys basketball 4 or lower because I haven't been to the other venues.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think one thing about State Track too is the time of year.
Oh, right.
Everybody just wants to be outside, and
Yep.
assuming the weather is good, like it was when we were there.
Yep.
Like, you really can't beat it. You really
I
can't
would agree
beat
with
it.
that.
So I'm gonna say State Track 1. Now, just because I'm biased, I really want to say state football as my number 2, but I feel like over the last 10 years, it's really become a lot like boys state basketball, in the fact that there's a lot of dead time, the TV timeouts.
Yep.
That's not what Iowa high school athletics is all about.
Right.
Even though I get it, like, you have to pay the bills. I understand
get that.
But it has become pretty corporate, I would say, and so I feel like that's taken some away from that. I think just based off of watching on TV, I think I would go softball 2. I think. And again, I really want to go football number 3. I I do not get excited about, unless it's AP, about sitting and watching a day's worth of boys state basketball games or girls state basketball games. But that's me. Now, I'll watch on TV,
Right.
and I will watch girls state, like, because we just said it. Girls state
So much
television
better.
is way better.
So much better.
So I think I'm going to go, my 1, 2, 3 is going to be state track, state softball. And then I'm going to go with football is fairly distant, I think. Now, having said that, I've seen some of the videos of some of our neighboring states. I've seen their state track venues, and it is nothing compared to ours. We are so lucky to have what we have.
So this is why I brought this up to you, because I saw a tweet right after the Drake Relays that the Drake Relays is the best sporting event in the state of Iowa.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know if I agree with that either, because one, I've never been to the Drake Relay, so I can't comment.
I would much rather, and I get why they would say that, because there's professionals, there's colleges there, and all that stuff. But me personally, I would much rather watch our high school kids perform and do that.
I'm gonna ask you if it's okay if I just show up at 7:45.
What are you supposed to show up?
I wasn't thinking I was.
7:45. Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, we had to take a minute out of our podcast. I had to become coach again here for a second. So when you go to Drake, I feel like there's more downtime in between the races. They're very strict. Not saying they're not strict at state, but they're very strict on like where you can warm up and you need to be here a certain time. And there's not those people that to like show you where to go.
Right.
So it's kind of nerve-wracking. But I just feel like at state with all the people and such a action-packed time that you have to perform. Like if you don't bring it, you ain't winning.
Right.
And I don't know. Drake Relays is like renowned across the USA. I totally understand that. But I also don't want to sit in crappy weather either.
Right.
So good argument though. Good argument.
Yeah.
I like that. Time to move on.
Yeah.
I forgot what was next.
Summer plans, which you kind of already hit on that.
Well, what are you doing after vacation then? What's going on? You'll already be pushing the middle of June by the time you get back.
Whatever.
Not really. I'm just kidding.
Well, we're taking a short vacation to Springfield, Illinois.
Yep.
For a comedy show. Seeing Nate Barnetsky.
Oh, okay.
You look him up. He's
Sure.
absolutely hilarious.
Sure.
He's got a couple YouTube or Netflix specials.
Okay.
Then heading to St. Louis after that. No Cardinals game, nothing like that.
Well, I was gonna say, like, unless the Cubs are playing
Unless
there,
the Cubs
why
are
would
there,
you-
not going.
Okay.
And then we're just kind of winging it, really, in St. Louis, which I think would be good for both of us.
I think if you're going on a vacation with just you and your spouse, don't have an agenda.
Yeah. Well, and this is really hard for my wife because she is very much a planner.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to do this day, and we're going to do this that day. And I'm kind of on the idea of let's go. When we get there, when we get to St. Louis, we'll ask the bellhop at our hotel,
Yeah.
where's a cool place to eat?
Yeah.
And we're going to go off their recommendation. What else do you got?
Yeah. That's good.
And just see what happens. From there, come back, and then we have basketball camp.
Yep.
The following week for a few days. And then it'll be home projects and schoolwork.
Home projects.
T&L's is massively busy right now. Holy cow.
I think we need to get a sponsorship
We do.
with them. The parking lot is full, and I know baseball and softball games must have just got done.
Standing room only.
It's crazy. The
at
parking
walk-up
lot. How do you
window.
even get out of that parking lot?
I don't know. And there's more people that want to go.
They don't want to get in. They have to drive by. Jeez. Everybody knows.
Oh, boy.
Everybody knows. We got a traffic jam. I think we need a sponsorship.
Yep.
And a free free ice cream on the way by every single time.
Ooh.
Okay, so then you just basically talked about June. You didn't even talk about July.
Well, that's where things get interesting, because you've made the comment about landscaping.
Yes.
Your house.
Need it.
So we could knock that out. Even in June, we could still do that.
Yep.
My neighbor has mentioned the same thing. Doing a little landscaping. Taking the kids to Adventureland.
You are going to do it, huh?
Yep.
Oh, my
We're
gosh.
going to see how that goes.
Oh, my gosh.
I have an idea in my head of what this will look like.
No, I'm sorry, sir. You are wrong. You are wrong.
I am more afraid that it's going to be me carrying Haley around most of the day.
Yeah.
We're not going to ride any rides.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a given.
Yep. Everybody's going to get super tired and cranky about 3 o'clock.
That's fair.
Then we're going to go find somewhere to eat. We're going to stay in a hotel because then the next day we're supposed to go do the water park.
Oh, man.
Yep,
You're
it's
just asking for punishment.
Oh. And I have a feeling by noon, 11 o'clock noon, the second day, we're packing up and heading home.
And you know what? Maybe that's best.
And that might be.
Wow.
'Cause I've never told you the first vacation we went on with Kenley. Took her to the zoo. We're going to stay overnight at a hotel that had an indoor water park, so we didn't have to worry about weather.
Yeah.
Get there, zoo was great. Went out to eat, great. Got to the hotel, everything's going fine. About 1 a.m., she woke up, realized she was in not her bed,
Mm-hmm.
strange place, screamed, woke up, and then would not go back to sleep.
Oh, boy.
So at 3 a.m., we made the decision to pack up
Oh, jeez.
and go home.
Wow.
Within 20 minutes of getting on the highway, Kenley and my wife are passed out, and I drove all the way home.
And you're like white knuckling it just
Yep.
to try to get
Yep.
home.
Going on like 3 hours of sleep. It was awesome.
Wow. That's tough.
Yep.
So, here, a little word of advice for Adventureland. We'll go back to Adventureland.
Okay.
Don't sit there as you walk in and just, well, we could go to this, maybe go to this after that, and blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
and sit there and just map out everything, because you're taking way too long just to figure out where you want to go.
Right.
My suggestion to you would be start at the front, just walk, and every ride that you think is suitable for your children, you ride it. You go all the way around, one by one, and just keep going. If they find a ride they want to ride 5 times in a row, great, do it.
Okay.
My experiences are, we just sit there and just, well, we could do this, man. You know, I don't know, we could go all the way to the other side of the park. No, because then we end up coming right back to where
Right.
we were. Ride as many rides as you can. The tickets are expensive enough.
Yep.
Get on those rides.
I agree with that. Okay. Noted. I'll report back.
Yeah, that'll be a good podcast.
It will
topic.
be.
I'm pretty confident one of the first week there's a
There's a
deer
deer.
running
Oh my
in the
gosh.
middle of
Right
Highway
by the new
57.
bank.
If that breaks through the new bank windows, that's gonna go in my house.
It is.
Wow. You don't see that very often.
Holy
Little band is
cow.
lost. Okay. I totally forgot what we were talking about.
Adventureland.
Oh, one of the first weeks of August, right before football camp starts, my family will be going as well. I guarantee it, because we do it every year. It's not one of my favorite things to do, but again, I realize it's for the kids.
Right.
And because of that, I'm willing to sacrifice a whole day, all my energy, and half my money to let them have a good time.
And that's the attitude that I probably need to get in my head. I keep looking for the deer to come back.
I know.
That it's not about me. We
Right.
need to go and get them
Yeah.
the best day that we can.
You're not going to ride any roller coasters.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
Well, I'm not a roller coaster guy to begin with.
I used to be, but I can't anymore.
I'm not. I've ridden one roller coaster, and when we got buckled in, the seatbelt broke, and the guy
Okay.
looked at us and went, "You're good," and sent us anyway.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so me and roller coasters don't see eye to eye.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, I got some school stuff that I need to do yet for next year.
You know, I always say I'm going to do school stuff over the summer. And I kind of, bits and pieces of it, but it's never as much as I want to do.
Right.
And so that's tough. That's tough. So you got to somehow get motivated to do that stuff.
Well,
It is your occupation, I'm
it
the
is.
same
That
way.
is kind of my main job.
Yeah. Okay. The Pog family has, Carly and I are celebrating 10 years of being married here coming up in a couple weeks. We are going to Jamaica
Nice.
for like 4 nights or something like that. Words cannot express how excited I am to go. I want to lay on a beach. I probably will have a canopy type thing over me the whole time because I don't like burning. But I just want to lay on a beach. I want to eat some nice food, and I want to order room service at like midnight.
You gotta try. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but I think it's jerk chicken.
Okay, yeah, probably
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, is it spicy?
No.
Oh,
It might be a little bit, but not like crazy spicy.
okay,
But jerk is like their form of barbecue.
okay.
I basically ate that like every meal. It was awesome.
Yeah, it sounds. I like chicken,
Yeah.
so I will do my best. But we're gonna go and have a good time there, and yeah, it'll be fun. We're in the middle of T-ball season right now.
So Ivy did T-ball.
She did. She was really nervous about going to her first practice because she thought there was going to be a bunch of people there watching.
Yep.
And there was. Everybody's interested in
Right.
their kid, but I kept reassuring her they're watching their own kid.
Right.
So I learned a lot, that time, and having to take a step back and really just have fun, like total fun with these girls, and just like joking with them, even though they don't understand any of my jokes. We're talking mostly 6-year-olds right now. That it's exhausting because sometimes I wonder if they just would rather do cartwheels the whole time.
Yep. Chase the butterflies in the outfield.
Yeah, but we made a no cartwheel rule last week during practice. And things like tonight, we had another practice, and we kind of start. We call it scrimmaging. It's not, but we actually looked pretty decent.
Nice.
So now here's the fun thing. We asked the board, and I don't exactly remember what the name of the board is, but we asked the board if Austin, 3 years old, going to be 4, coming up here this weekend, could start T-ball a little early because he asked about it. He really wants to do it. So this kid who's still going to be wearing a diaper is going to be strolling out there tomorrow night, and it will be exciting.
Oh, I bet he'll be thrilled.
Oh my gosh, he's got a bright red glove. The bat's going to be too big for him, but
He
he's gonna
doesn't
go up there-
care.
He's going to go up there hacking.
Oh yeah.
So we will be at the ballpark 4 nights a week until the second to last week of June. So yeah, you know where to find us. Yeah, that's basically what our summer
I was
is.
kind of surprised, kind of and not kind of surprised that Kenley did not want to do T-ball
Okay.
this year. Because last year she got all upset when she missed the sign up for was it T-ball then, little kid
Yeah, probably. Yep.
that Cruzy put on, and all I told her was like, well, we can work at home. Me and you, we can do this at home. You'll get more reps, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was her approach this year when it came to it. Like, well, Dad, we'll just play at home, which
I think
is fine.
that's okay.
I do too.
We've kind of had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Because, well, I know, like, we're kind of to the point now where you get to the last 15 minutes of practice, and our practice is only an hour at
Right.
most. But you get to the last 15 minutes, these girls are ready to be done.
Right.
And the amount of sitting on the field really shows that.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I feel like when we've done it at home, it's been 20 minutes, half hour, but it's good stuff, like
Yeah.
quality stuff.
And there may become a day where she's like, no, I want to hit more.
Right.
And you're up there for 40 minutes then.
Correct.
I think that's a good way to go.
I'm hoping next year she'll consider a little more,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see.
I like the idea of her being with her classmates.
Right.
But it also does concern me that maybe she will be getting a little bored with the whole deal.
Right.
I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going to get ice cream every night after practice.
A little incentive never hurt.
Yes.
We won a lot of baseball tournaments with getting something from a concession stand after.
I think
Like
it
a
makes
lot
a lot
of
of
them.
sense. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm actually getting a sweat on tonight.
I am too.
This is great. Well,
And that's why Tino's needs to sponsor us.
yeah.
Halfway, grab an ice cream cone for the end.
God, we're gonna have to talk to them.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. Do we have time for another topic?
I think so. Do you have one?
I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know
No?
if we had a third.
Okay. Well,
I can't think of any.
I was thinking in my head after John Mowinkle said he was going to come on with us. I have some really good questions for him. I don't know why I got really excited about him being on. So,
Okay.
although he says he can't live up to the Brady Driscoll podcast, he thought that was really awesome.
Good.
So we'll see about that.
Driscoll said he wants to come back. We've been in contact negotiations for round 2.
But is it possible that we can beat his last interview? Because that was really good.
It was really good. I don't know.
Are you going to chime in this time? That's what I want.
Yeah,
to know.
because you two aren't going to talk about AP and Union the whole time.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm not from here.
But you are here now.
I am here now. That's what matters.
Okay. Well.
What other guests could we have?
Oh man. I think there's just locally. I think we could have some good ones. And so, to me, some of them are like some that you wouldn't think of. And well, here, I'll start by this. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Did you know that the month of May was Mental Health Awareness Month?
I did not.
Okay. I really didn't either until about 2 weeks ago. Well, guess what? My wife is a mental health therapist. Could we get her on the podcast and talk to us about mental health, or like why guys don't need to go see therapists? I was not serious on that one bit. Not at all. Not at all.
Because I remember when you brought this up to me about like mental health, and I like the idea.
Who knows? Maybe this is like it's a groundbreaking podcast for us,
Might be.
and we reach a whole new audience.
Correct.
You know? Maybe we help somebody. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe we help ourselves. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I think there are some interesting. I'm going to say, and I don't want to offend anybody. There's a little bit older crowd here in town that would be a fantastic interview. That have seen a lot.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, let's face it. We've been through We've been through a pretty big tornado here.
Yep.
And I think there's just some really interesting people here that have, really could be an awesome interview.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn something about them that we didn't know before. So if you're listening to this and you have ideas, go ahead. Let us know.
Or you want to come on.
Or if you want to come on within reason, because I know Tim Pollock is probably listening to this. Like, I've been wanting to be on for the last month. The get back coach.
The get back guy.
And who knows?
When Tim grows a mustache like
yeah,
the strength and conditioning coach from Oregon,
well,
he's on.
Yeah, he's also gonna have to start wearing size medium shirts and stuff like that. Headbutting people. Probably already does that.
That's the Northwestern guy. He's psycho.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's crazy. So, and who knows? Maybe we can get somebody from out of town. I don't know. We're not going to pay him to come over here, but if TLs would sponsor us, we could at least
that would help
for him halfway through. I'm sorry, T&Ls. We're not putting pressure on you or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
They're good people.
They are.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
Me too.
You good?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you soon.